guys, what is up? So I recently finished season 2 of 13 Reasons Why, and of course I have a lot of thoughts and I want to talk about those with you in my video and some of the things that I guess I enjoyed and some of the things that really made me mad this season. But you probably clicked on this video because of the title, and it's 13 Reasons Why We Don't Need a Season 3. Let's talk about number 1. And I don't know if I'm going to exactly have 13 points here, but there's a lot of reasons. But number 1, Katherine Langford, who plays Hannah, is not coming back for season 3. And I know, yes, we're kind of finished with her story. Yes, she's no longer alive. But come on, she's been the main focus of the last 2 seasons, the main focus of the story pretty much. So we're not going to have her, I guess, at all in season 3 unless they pre-film some stuff. But it definitely sounds like she won't be in it. I also have a feeling that her mom's not going to be in it because we left season 2 with her moving to New York and really with no Hannah or no Hannah flashbacks. And after we've had the court case and everything, do we really need her mom around? Kate Walsh is a big star, so kind of sucks to not have her either. Obviously, with the way the show was going in season 2 and the way it ended with the various cliffhangers, with Chloe being pregnant, with Tyler running away from almost committing a terrible crime, but still going to be probably arrested and charged with some things. You know, we didn't have anything wrapped up. There wasn't a clear ending. So I think we all knew a season 3 was coming. But do I think that we need one? No, not really. I mean, come on, this book was intended to be just one book when it was written as a book. And everything that happened in season 2 was added on. So do we really need to add on more to the story that was never supposed to be more than that original story? Are they doing it just because it's so super popular and it's making a ton of money? I feel like that's a big draw in creating a season 3. And even though I love the actors and I think they are so realistic and so incredible at the roles they play, where do we stop? We're going to have a season 4, season 5. I mean, do we wait till they graduate from high school? Do we follow them into college and what they do after high school? Do we really need to keep continuing with this? I feel like it could get out of control quickly, and I feel like the more seasons that we add onto this show, it takes away the validity of how good season 1 was and how great of a show it is. So let's first talk about some of the things that had issues within season 2. Again, going back to my point where we know that it was intended to be just one season, just one book, they had to add a bunch of stuff, or they decided to add a bunch of stuff that supposedly happened in the past to continue on with the season 2. One of those being that Hannah was not a virgin, that she had a relationship with Zach, that they had they've been having sex a ton. I found that very hard to believe considering her reactions with Clay the first time that they almost hooked up. Just didn't seem to vibe with what had been going on or what they tried to believe. Obviously it had been going on, but I try to believe because this is all stuff that was added. We know, unlike other shows, it wasn't like something that they intended to reveal in a second season. Like, it literally didn't happen, wasn't supposed to happen, and was added in. So I thought that Zach and her made a pretty cute couple, but I still liked her better with Clay, and I still felt like it felt very forced and added. Probably the number one thing that drove me nuts that was added in to this season was the fact that her dad was just scum of the earth, and we're talking about Hannah's dad here, that he was not only, did he get a divorce from his wife, which is the worst thing you can do to someone who just had their child kill themselves, your child kill themselves, but secondly, he was cheating on her mom, and not only cheating on her mom, but doing so when Hannah was still alive, which could have added to some of the issues that Hannah was already facing at school. What is this piece of crap, man? What? They gave us no indication at all in season 1 that this guy was anything other than a really nice stand-up father and husband. So to make him complete trash in season 2 was just wrong, and it made me very angry, and I was like, where the heck did this come from? Make it stop. But then I saw the actor who plays her dad in Molly's Game, and he was kind of like a conniving scoundrel in that show too, or in that movie too, so I was like, maybe it's just the guy. Anyway, I was mad. I think he's also was in that show The Family. I think he was nice in that one, but let me know. Anyway, that really bothered me. I had so many issues with this. This wasn't added in, but the Bryce thing, we need to talk about the Bryce thing. One of the things the show tries to do is be super realistic and do things that would happen in real life. And sadly, Bryce didn't face any consequences for the rapes he's committed and the other things that he's done. I so wanted him to face the consequences, and he didn't, but I also think that goes along with real life a lot of times. But I also think as many times as you get away with something, as terrible of a person as you are, if you think you can keep doing crap, keep doing illegal things and getting away with it, that time eventually runs out. And I hope that if nothing else is accomplished by continuing the show with extra seasons, then we get to see, you know, Bryce paid back for what he has done, and it probably won't be in the form of being paid back for raping Hannah or anyone else. He'll do some other crime, some other thing, and that will be what catches him. And I feel like in real life, stuff actually catches up to people, but sometimes it takes a long time. Just think about yourself, your personal life. Maybe you've witnessed people who have been crappy to people and they keep getting away with it, and you're like, what the heck? And then eventually they get paid back like a long time later. So if anything else, I will watch to hope to see Bryce get some justice because he needs it. I was very happy with the addition of some of the new characters in this season. I thought Chloe was the perfect popular girl who dates the athlete, who's a cheerleader, who eventually stays with the person even knowing in her heart that he's a rapist. And her issue with being pregnant, I'm not going to spoil anything for you, but if you do some Googling, you can see where they may want to take that storyline in the next season. But if you don't want to find out, don't type that into Google, because I was just Googling about Bryce and the woman or the girl who plays Chloe, and I found it out. I'm okay with the fact that I found it out, but it's out there. The cast members are talking about it. So just an FYI. I really liked Tyler's new friend. I thought he was great. I liked his sister, who was like Tyler's love interest. Let's move on to talking about Tyler now. I feel very sorry for him. I know he does have some bad tendencies, and it very much bothered me when he killed the bird, because that's just not a good sign. A lot of times people who end up murdering people start out killing animals, so that bothered me. But a lot of the stuff that I think has happened to him, I think his reactions to things could have been avoided because of the way he was treated and bullied at school. I was very scared that we were going to have a mass shooting moment and have to play that out and see that in the show. I was terrified of seeing that ever since watching it play out on season 1 of American Horror Story. Mass shootings are one of my biggest fears. I can't stand watching them even in depictions. So I was so thankful that it turned out in the way it did as far as Clay talking him down for that. Thank God. However, watching him being raped in the bathroom stall was just as painful as watching Hannah kill herself in the bathtub. So very graphic moment there, very hard to watch. Again, I feel like the way that he turned out as far as going so far to shoot people in his school could have been avoided because of the way people were treating him and the situations he was in at school. However, some people who do these kind of acts in our real life, I think nothing can stop them, and I think that they are just like evil to the core, some of these people. So I don't always think that being nice to people or befriending people or having compassion for people is going to stop people from doing evil things. I do think it could have played a role in helping Tyler personally. Justin and Jessica, I believe, are truly in love with each other. I don't think that Jessica is in love with Alex. However, I'm very nervous about how all this is going to play out in season 3, because Alex cannot take any more drama. He's going to feel so low when he finds out that she cheated on him with Justin. I'm not ready for that. I think he's doing better, and that's going to set him back. At the same time, Justin is someone who is very, you just never know what's going to happen with him. I kept wondering if he was going to OD this season, and if she ends up rejecting him after this and like saying she hates him or he's disgusting or whatever, what's going to happen with him, you know? I'm really concerned about that as well. I feel like so much stuff happened in this show, you could just talk forever and never cover it all, but one of the pivotal moments and characters of this season was Mr. Porter, the counselor, someone who I really disliked in season 1 because I definitely felt like he aided in what happened to Hannah. But he also felt that way, and he felt great remorse for it. And when he broke down on the stand in tears, I was like, wow, that is everything. Props to that actor. What a moment, and how real is that? And he was everything. He totally redeemed himself for me. I saw that he was a person who had a great heart and who felt truly sorry for what had happened. And he tried so hard to bring justice to the school and to the Bryce situation and to Justin and his family and everything. And he was just a rock star of this season. And thought he was great and everything, and probably the best part of the season. Also, I did like the fact that Zach was trying to redeem himself, and I'm so thankful that this actor left Riverdale for this role, which I think will be way more important for him in his career than the smaller role that he had on Riverdale. So I loved like the way his character turned around. And something well, we had a live chat about this, and I forgot to ask you guys. The fact that his dad died, was that something that happened in season 1, or was that something that they added on for season 2? Because I was totally like not remembering that from season 1, but maybe it happened and I just didn't remember, because it seemed to really, obviously, it would for anyone, but it played a big role in this season, and the fact that he was dealing with his death and everything seemed to be obviously very troubling for him, and played a role maybe in some of the ways he became more compassionate and tried to turn around and be a better person. I feel like I'm definitely probably leaving things out, but I'll leave you with this. If you have any thoughts, first of all, leave them down below, because it'll probably trigger my mind to talk about other things I might have left out. Well, in the live chat, a lot of people asked me about Hannah being a ghost. Did I like that? I liked her role in this season. I liked that she was really prevalent in everything. I didn't really mind the fact that she was a ghost, because, you know, the other way they could have done that was just have her in flashbacks, which they had that too. But let me know what you thought about that. But anyway, I still think we don't need a third season. I still kind of wish they had wrapped everything up, because I feel like if we go to season 3, what much, you know, I know we have a few things to wrap up, but really do we need a bunch of episodes for that? And then do we go to season 4 after that? When will it end, basically? And I think it's just taking away from how special the first season was, and I hate that, because that show to me was wonderful, and I worry extra seasons are just gonna bog it down and just not, we just don't need them. So those are my thoughts. Let me know what was your favorite part. Also, let me know what was the hardest for you to watch, or what would you have done different. What did you think about the add-ins that they tried to add of stuff that happened in the past but we didn't find out until season 2? What did you think about the new characters? I'm trying to be more consistent on this channel. I did a couple of live chats about where I've been, why I haven't been on as much as usual, but I did hear about the American Horror Story crossover with Murder House and Coven this season, which is great. So I definitely want to be here and consistent with that show, especially because that's 2 of my favorite seasons. And I also want to cover How to Get Away with Murder when it comes back in the fall. Currently I'm watching Westworld, and I'm doing live chats Mondays at 5 p.m. Eastern if you watch that show. But yes, I definitely hope to be more consistent on this channel. Again, thank you guys for all of your support, and for those of you who have stuck with me for years, I truly appreciate that. It means everything to me. I love you guys. And this is a highlight of my life to be able to do this, so thank you so much, and hope you are doing well. And please leave me a comment, because I haven't talked to a lot of you guys in a long time, and not everyone can come to the live chat. So just comment and let me know how long you've been watching me, or how you've been doing, anything new in your life, anything you want to chat about. I'll be checking this often to see what comments I have so I can respond. And just any thoughts on this season, season 3, season 1, or just anything you want to talk about in general. But I miss you guys. I will see you soon. Bye. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Kelly TV. I would love for you to subscribe and be a part of the Kelly TV family. Also, don't forget to follow me on Twitter so you can keep up with all I'm doing.